Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow-melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Hey, Seattle. We're your neighbor with the beautiful ships sailing from Pier 91, Holland America Line. We're celebrating 75 years in Alaska this summer with round-trip cruises from Seattle from only $4.99. Soak in the spectacular scenery, listen to the sound of calving glaciers, and experience the breathtaking wildlife of the Great Land. We love Alaska, and we can't wait to share it with you. Restrictions apply. Fares are per person based on double occupancy. Call your travel advisor or visit hollandamerica.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Michael Strahan, the former football player. He's an analyst. He's also is he doing the? No, that says he's no longer doing the Kelly thing. Yeah. He was still.
That sounds intimate.
Yeah. He was doing the Kelly and Michael thing that used to be Regis and Kelly back in the day, but he's not doing that anymore.
Yeah, he dipped out of that.
Yeah. He took a 10-minute flight into space on Saturday, thanks to Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, and a football that was on board will be going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And here's Michael talking about his experience going to space.
It's almost like an out-of-body experience. It's hard to even believe it happened. The feeling of almost being completely out of control. You completely trust. Your life is in the hands of other people. You're looking going up, and you're looking at darkness, and you realize, I'm going to change and go from darkness to look down at light instead of light to look up at darkness. It was too short. The trip was too short. When you're getting ready to do something like this, then the I love yous and all the things that come out that you would not expect to hear before this trip happened, which so in a lot of ways was transformational and my understanding of how much I love people here, how much people love me here, and the importance of it.
Wow. It seems like... What's that?
I was gonna say, that's a way more thought out answer. And I was just like, space was freaking awesome.
Kind of, yeah, right.
He really thought it out in those 10 minutes that he was in the air.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like him, and from what I remember that William Shatner said, the perspective difference. I like what he said about the fact that you're looking up to light.
Yeah.
And instead, you're going to be looking up to darkness, looking down at light, which makes sense because you're going to see the Earth, as basically illuminated by the sun. So,
is this like one just big joke for Jeff Bezos to say that all these celebrities rode his dong?
Yeah. Probably.
If you were Jeff Bezos, I would say yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Dude, I'd be like in my basement, my sweet man cave, because I'm Jeff Bezos, so it's like gigantic and awesome, and my buddies are all over, and I'm like, dude, this whole thing is just me being able to say that they rode my dong.
That's a pretty expensive way to do it, but you know what, Jeff? Yeah. You've got the cash.
Yeah, you got that kind of money.
I feel like, as practical jokes go, this is a very expensive one.
I'll just add to the reasons why people think I'm a douche.
Yeah. Man. So I wonder what qualifies getting an invite. I guess William Shatner made sense because he was Captain Kirk. Yeah. Well, did they pay? But Shatner didn't pay, right?
I don't think Shatner did pay. But who was it before Shatner that said that they were...
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, he wanted money from... I wonder what constitutes who gets to go for free and who doesn't. Is Bezos maybe maybe he's a big fan of Michael Strahan, and this is his way to be able to be like, hey, come hang out. We'll ride my spaceship.
And it says that Blue Origin states that Strahan was flying as an honorary guest and did not pay for tickets.
Oh. So if you're Tom Hanks, you've got to be pissed going, not that William Shatner and Bezos and Michael don't deserve being invited, but how does Tom Hanks...
Why does he hate Tom Hanks?
Well, how does Tom Hanks not get the free invite?
Maybe Tom Hanks slighted him at a award show or something. Or maybe he hit on his wife and we just don't know about it.
And he probably told his buddies and his man cave, dude, I'm going to invite every celebrity for free except Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Wow, it's sort of like the Matt Damon thing with Jimmy Kimmel. He'll never be on. And unless Tom Hanks is worth super bank, maybe he's got a lot more money than Shatner and Michael Strahan. I don't know why. I can't figure it out.
I mean, take it with a grain of salt because it is the internet and these are always not accurate. But it says Tom Hanks has a net worth of $400 million while Strahan only has $65 million.
Oh. Yeah, how about the Shat? You want to look up William Shatner and see what his thing
Shatner.
is? Because $400 million is definitely different than 65. I mean, that's almost, 8 times more. So
they say William Shatner is $100 million.
Oh, well, wow.
$400 million to $100 million. That is a big difference.
William Shatner's he's $100 million net worth. Good for Bill.
Well, it's nice of Jeff. He probably realized the holidays are around the corner. It's going to be tough for them to be able to buy gifts for their family. Yeah. So he's like, I'll just do it for free.
That is the first question I'm going to ask Jeff Bezos if I ever interview him is, why did you charge Tom Hanks, but you didn't charge the other dudes? I really want to know the answer to that.
Or what if it was just somebody in Tom's camp that messed up and they're like, yeah, they want money for it or something, but he was trying to get him to go for free.
If I'm Tom Hanks, I'd be so pissed.
I'd be very pissed. Yes, if it turns out that
fired.
Yeah, that person's done. Wow. All right, so Michael Strahan, the latest guy to go up with Jeff Bezos, as Steve would say, and gets to ride his dong.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that was a super introspective answer. I would just be like, dude, that was so crazy. But it's funny how he was like, oh, it's too short. Because they say it's 6-7 minutes, I think, up and down.
Yeah. I will say this, though, if I remember correctly, I feel like when you went to Pearl Harbor, you actually had a pretty cool answer, or statement about what you saw. I think you sell yourself short. I think you might be actually blown away, and maybe all of a sudden, all of those dong pictures that are in your head will be gone. And then, I don't know, the one little intelligent gerbil you got running around up there, I don't know.
He goes into overdrive and he gets me a good answer?
Yeah, because you had a good answer after Pearl Harbor. I was shocked that you really were introspective and you actually put together a couple of good rational sentences.
Well, thanks. It's very touching.
I know. I was shocked.
Said, not,
yeah.
I mean, it'd be weird to come back and be like, the Pearl Harbor exhibit was freaking awesome. Because it's hard, even though it was, that's not the best way to describe something that's so tragic and powerful, is to say it was freaking awesome. Whereas going up to space, it's not about, I think I would still just probably say it's freaking awesome.
Oh, all right. Maybe you would. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I have faith in you that you'll come down and give us some wisdom, deep wisdom from deep space. I know you can do it.
I would probably just try and push a fart up there so I could say I farted in space.
Oh, God. In space.
Yeah, you probably would.
You fart.
Yeah, you probably would. Yeah, that would be great.
I mean, I do it on the planes all the time because in my head, I think that no one can smell it because of the way it.
Oh, is that what you think?
But the air circulates. That's the one place where you shouldn't fart.
Look, and also I figure worst case scenario, I'll just blame it on whoever's near me, except for my wife, of course.
Yeah. Well, they got the HEPA filters now, Rev, trying to stop COVID, so maybe that'll stop his farts too. That's what I'm hoping.
You can
I'm hoping
to believe.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm trying to believe whatever I can about this.
Hey, can I give a quick shout out? Because, tomorrow, of course, is Coach for Kids Day. And, but today and every day, we're just trying to raise as much money as humanly possible so that people could help put coats on kids that are in need. And just go to KISW.com, where I think over $22,000 raised so far for Coach for Kids, thanks to a lot of great rockaholics. But this text just cracked me up. Someone just said, my boys, Artum and Misha, 12 and 4 respectively, wanted to contribute to Coach for Kids on their own with their own money, but they also wanted to be a part of the 69 Club. I don't think they know what the 69 Club exactly means. Wow. Well, maybe my 12-year-old does, LOL, but they didn't have $69, so I told them that they could be junior 69 Club members by donating $6.90.
Oh, there we go.
And that's exactly what they did. Artum contributed $6. Misha contributed the 90 cents. And I just thought that was pretty awesome so that you guys could just give him some love.
Oh, yeah, we definitely, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Give it a shout.
Good job. That, seriously, moments like that, donations like that, people don't realize that, that helps. That really, really does help. That $6.90, that, that gets us on the way to getting a kid a coat here in Washington State. So thank you so much, guys. That's fantastic. And it's fun.
And I hope I pronounced it right. Artoom, Artum, or Artem?
I would have said Artum myself, Steve. I don't know. I hope we said it right.
Zoom and Misha.
Yeah.
Welcome to the junior members of the 69 Club.
And you can make a donation, too. Remember, every dollar counts. It doesn't matter what it is, even if it's 69 cents. Just go to KISW.com. That's where you can make your donation, share on your socials. Coach for Kids, presented by Palace Law. It's, that's awesome. I love that when the whole family gets involved, and you're doing good stuff.
But back to serious stuff, like going to space. Somebody said, hey, if you fart in space, it's going to be in an airtight spacesuit. So it's all going pretty much like a chimney right to your own face.
Oh, right. That's a really good point.
That sounds worse than farting in the shower.
Yeah. Nice job, Steve.
Oh, that's the worst.
It really is.
Yeah. Do it, Steve.
I don't know.
Yeah, Steve, you do it.
Do it. Go to space first, then
get
do it.
the money, and then buy the ticket, and then we'll talk about when you can fart.
Why would Bezos should just invite me since people say we look like each other?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, at this point, as long as you're not Tom Hanks, you probably have a good shot.
Why'd you invite that guy? He kind of looks like me, so I figured, why not? He could come for free. And Tom Hanks is like, I give up.
He needs...
I was Forrest Gump, this bastard.
Yeah, he won't even bring me up. I want to see a bunch of, Bezos lookalikes. You, Joe Coy, just all of the folks, a bunch of bald dudes going to space.
Bald dudes going to space.
Wouldn't that be fantastic? I think that has to happen. We got a teacher who was fired after a student showed a video that she posted on Instagram to their parents. What did the teacher do in the video? Oh, you're going to find out at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Hey, Seattle, we're your neighbor with the beautiful ships sailing from Pier 91, Holland America Line. We're celebrating 75 years in Alaska this summer with round-trip cruises from Seattle from only $4.99. Soak in the spectacular scenery, listen to the sound of calving glaciers, and experience the breathtaking wildlife of the Great Land. We love Alaska, and we can't wait to share it with you. Restrictions apply. Fares are per person based on double occupancy. Call your travel advisor or visit hollandamerica.com.
If 2020 has taught us anything, it's to take nothing for granted. So when you expect hot water and get cold, when you expect the shower to drain and it doesn't, when you turn the furnace on and it won't start, stop freaking and call Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. 1-800-FREAKIN'.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a Russian literature teacher. She teaches literature in school in Russia. She also has a side job as a pole dancer. And, she's no longer a teacher. She got fired after one of her students found a video of her online and showed it to her mother.
Why would you do that? Show it to your father.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
then there would be no problems whatsoever.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I want my daughter coming to me showing me pole dancing videos. I think I'm going to pass.
Well, yeah, especially your daughter. I mean, she put up enough videos for all of us to see recently.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. I didn't see any of them. I'm happy.
Well, you missed out.
Yeah. Oh, did I?
No.
Okay, good.
No, that was pure sarcasm.
Yeah. This all happened near Siberia, Russia, and the video that the teacher, Victoria, posted, by the way, did not show her pole dancing. She said it was an artistic side project, and critics said that it was too saucy for a teacher with young children in her class, which we as a society have got to figure this out. I mean, we really, really do. I really feel like we are like just so like either the kids don't have a clue and don't care, which is usually what happens till you hit puberty. You don't care.
Right. So, I mean, I don't understand why this is an issue. It's not like she's doing anything wrong. I mean, she's doing something on the side, but it's not like anything bad. I mean, you said pole dancer. It's not, I mean, even if she was well, I mean, obviously, I think if she was a stripper, that might kind of throw some people for a loop. But it sounds like as if it's like, you know, like there's workout classes that do pole dancing. There's a lot of different like performance art that involves pole dancing that has nothing to do with, you know, a strip club. It's just they use the pole for whatever the pictures and then whatever videos that they're doing. That's what it sounds like. It's more of that than anything.
Yeah, that's the thing, Steve. Because of its origins, because pole dancing did have its origins in a lot of people's minds with strippers, the idea that you're doing it with clothes on still isn't, you know what, no, it's the pole. The pole is nothing but it's just immoral. Okay, they called her immoral. They said her behavior was immoral for pole dancing, and it's just like, what are we, back in the 50s? Yes. Are you, I don't have a lot of patience for people like this. I don't. I think you're an idiot when you think that pole dancing with clothes on is immoral behavior. I'm sorry. It's you know.
It's not that it's immoral to these people. I'm assuming mostly moms. It's, oh, this girl could steal my husband vibes. I definitely feel like there's a jealousy thing in there, especially if you're like the teacher of your student. Like there might be some sort of fetish like, oh, she's a teacher. I'm totally into that.
I saw that a lot of the dads just volunteered for parent-teacher conferences that they weren't ever wanting to do that before after seeing this video.
And the students are ages 11 to 12, which is definitely on the cusp. I mean, you're, you know, between 11 and 12 years old, you're either close to puberty, you know, but you're still, I think, at an age where you probably don't care.
So should we come up with, I think we need a new name for it. That's like you said, like, when you hear pole dancing, people instantly think it's stripping. So we got to come up with like a new term.
Yeah,
like rod grooving or.
Oh, yeah, rod grooving. That'll do it.
Rod grooving?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It.
Trying to think of something.
Rod grooving. Yeah. Shaft shimmying. How about that?
Shaft shaking.
Yeah. Okay. We've got it.
Pole fitness is one of the terms I have you heard before. Pole fitness or pole sport.
Yeah, but I feel like we got to get rid of the word pole.
I think pole is definitely polarizing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There you go. Victoria's like, I've been a pole dancer for several years and have long dreamed of making a video. Of course, it was not meant for students. It was too late. She tried blocking the mother and the kid, but it was too late. And there were two camps. I mean, obviously there were people like, hey, we think that, you shouldn't have the post online. And people go, what do I care?
There were the moms and then there were the dads. There was two different camps.
Yeah. Look, whether you like it or not, and I mean, I've had to figure this out. Even though that places like Instagram and Facebook are basically like, old school, just taking your stuff and posting it in a community bulletin board, that is not what a lot of younger people think. They think that there still is a modicum of privacy that they have, even though anybody can see what they post until they block, of course. And that's just what it is. I think younger people believe that what I do on those things are my private life and should not be considered in my profession. And you shouldn't be looking at it because it's sort of my private stuff, even though it's out there in the public. I think that's really what a lot of folks don't get, that's a mindset.
Yeah, I don't understand why she lost her job for something like this. It seems a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't either, Steve. It's just another reason why we're at war with Russia. I mean,
this is part of the war?
Well,
I'm not at war with her.
Yeah, currently
she's from Russia.
I know, you're right, but currently the world's not happy with Russia right now. So, with me, it's like, I tend to go where everybody goes. So, we're at war with Russia now, or I'll be at war with Russia. Fine. There we go. It goes back to Drago with you, though, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah. And, they figured out how to end the Cold War in Rocky. Thanks to Rocky and Drago, and they became friends after.
Yeah, it's back.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of back. I think we need to have Dolph and Sly get together again and fix this relationship between America and Russia. It's got to be fixed.
Imagine though being like I couldn't even. This is what my teacher's doing on the side. Like, whoa. That's impressive. I mean, friend request.
You're never going to stop young heterosexual boys from being young heterosexual boys. You're just never going to stop that. They're always going to be idiots. It's just how it is. I mean, hey, look, actually young boys in general, it doesn't matter. Once the hormones get going, you're an idiot. That's just how it is.
Does it ever make you wonder, though, what like your teachers were doing outside of school? Because when we were kids, like there was no way to spy on your teacher to know what they were doing for like extracurricular stuff. Like for all I know, one of my teachers could have been like at a gentleman's club, or
definitely
could have been doing some kind of like a little more risque form of art, whatever it may be, on the side, and we had no idea.
No, well, I 100% believe they were, Steve. I do. And, the younger the teacher you had, you didn't realize it when you were a little kid, but, they're in their 20s and you have a teacher, they're still getting after it. I mean, especially if they all day long have to be around people, in a sweet, loving, nurturing way, like librarians, they're going to need their time to let off steam.
Vicky, is that the video?
I found the video.
You found the video.
Oh, is this the video of her doing what she's doing?
So there she is, just kind of like hanging out in some like clothes.
Oh, Vicky's right. Vicky is so right. These mothers are jealous.
Ooh, there's some
look,
art.
She's in lingerie-ish kind of stuff, no doubt about it, and she's showing her yoga moves, but, it's definitely enticing.
I don't know. I've seen this on Disney all the time.
Disney Plus.
Yes, Disney After Dark.
But I mean, if I have to tell you, if I'm a little kid, I look at this and go, I don't want to watch this. Let me go watch, Star Wars. Let me watch The Mandalorian. I mean, I don't care about this.
Yeah. I'm distracted. I can't watch this anymore. I'm taking off.
We gotta do anything else right there.
Take it off.
They can't keep doing the show if she's going to show that kind of video there, BJ.
I mean, it goes back to. I mean,
we didn't get to the poll part.
No, we didn't.
Excuse me.
I think it's just the unfair treatment of women in those positions, because there were massively strict rules for teachers in this country years ago, where you couldn't dance. I don't know if you could even date somebody. I mean, way back in the, Little House on the Prairie days of our country, teachers had such strict rules if they were female.
Dude. I know we need a website that tells you what your teachers used to do on the side. Like, wouldn't that be awesome?
You want that website?
I would like to know, look back, hey, Steve, remember Mrs. Dean?
Yeah.
Well, outside of being your third grade teacher, she also did, which would be weird because Mrs. Dean was in her 70s. But, hey, that's the first
that would even be better to find out that Mrs. Dean was doing some stuff.
She had a long life before being Mrs. Dean.
Right, before she was Mrs. Dean.
No, you don't know. I mean, every old person, you don't know what they were doing in their 20s.
But that would be so fascinating to be able to find out finally what was the personality of the teacher outside of being a teacher, because none of us had that window. I mean, Danny, Vicky, no, not really. I mean, maybe in college.
No, I didn't. I wasn't friends with any of my teachers or anything. But we did have teachers who were semi younger. Like I remember my biology teacher in 9th grade came in. And he's like, "My name is Mr. Whatever, and just so you know, I might show up at your house." And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I deliver Papa John's pizzas on Fridays and Saturdays to make some extra money, so I could tell you exactly where you live."
Yikes!
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, and we were just like, again, he went through the class and he would ask what your address, and he would tell you how to get to your house, and that was his icebreaker.
That's kind of cool.
Wow!
I will hunt you down.
I'll say that.
Yeah, not that part. Yeah, not that part. But I mean, just knowing addresses.
It's bittersweet because he knows where you live, but he also has pizza.
Yeah, he also smoked a lot of ganja. So we were like,
how'd you know that?
He told us that too.
Oh
he was
my
just
God.
I just
told that.
Was he a substitute teacher?
No, he was full on biology teacher.
See, that feels like a flex that a substitute teacher would tell you.
You would think.
I get high and deliver pizza. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
I'm your teacher for this week only.
But the only reason we knew that was because he told us. We didn't find that out. He didn't just show up at my house.
How do you admit that? I mean, this was back when marijuana wasn't legal anywhere. How do you admit that to your students and not get in trouble? And then you got this Russia lady who's she's just doing is doing private stuff on Instagram.
Because they didn't have social media back then.
2001 was a different time, BJ.
Well,
you still got Danny to go home to his mom and go, my teacher smokes pot. I mean, all you had to do is... And nobody did anything?
Yeah,
nobody got him in trouble?
My mom didn't care.
No.
Well, I guess nobody's mom cared. Well, yeah, you know what I mean? There's got to be a little squealer somewhere.
Did he ever deliver a pizza to you?
No. No, never did.
I would have tried all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like every weekend we're getting Papa John's.
Did you do Papa John's a lot to see if that could happen, like Steve said?
No, I mean,
Used to go to Dion's.
Dion's, that's what it was. See, he should have said he was a deliverer for Dion's, and he would have got better treatment in the school. Saying he was a Papa John's guy, you guys, really?
Dion's doesn't do delivery, BJ. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Just so stupid.
I don't know. I didn't grow up in Meth Town, USA.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's right.
We had a math teacher that we didn't. It was so dumb, but like this was like the closest we could get to even finding out anything about him. We found out where he lived in the summer. Because he had like a beach house near where my buddy had.
He had a beach house? There's one teacher that needs to go deliver pizzas. The other one's got a beach house. What is going on in this world of teachering?
These weren't high-end beach house. I mean, they were nice, but they weren't like, I would imagine maybe it was like his family's or something along those lines, but it wasn't like anything like, like the Hamptons or something like that. It was just like kind of like little shacks, basically, like beach shacks. But when we figured out where he was, we like got all like became ninjas. We wanted to try and find exactly his home. So we saw him one time on the beach and we followed him and we thought we were like hiding. We're going to figure out like the secret life of our math teacher.
Wow.
Not that I knew I would find out anything, but we finally we were kind of trying to spy on him. And he just finally just opened the door and goes, "Guys, I know you've been following me this whole day. What the hell do you want?" And we're like, "Nothing." And like, "You're our math teacher." Like, "Yeah. And I live here. Like, what do you want from me?"
Wow.
We're like,
you guys
nothing.
Yeah, you guys look
like,
really
I don't
good
believe
at that
you
point.
weird children. Go away.
Yeah, there you go. Watch too many mysteries, have you, sir?
Yeah, you can just tell he just finally had his breaking point. He's like, "What are these stupid 12-year-olds doing following me all day? Like, what do they expect to find out?" And we didn't find it. There's nothing wrong with the guy.
Well, here's what you found out. You found out your stakeout game was really bad.
Yeah, right. You guys
Terrible.
thought you guys were like super spies, and he's like, "I can see you from across the street."
Like, really, he's seen you the entire time. He's like, I guys, all day you've been doing this. So you were not in the shadows once.
No.
Wow.
And we got no information other than where he lived. And then you like to sunbathe like every other person that has a beach shack home.
Yeah. Whoever was in charge of your group, I mean, you're either that or you just didn't really have a good leader because there was nowhere to go at that point. Like, you maybe could have got some free food. You could have got something.
Well, it's just only like there's two of us. So it was myself and Chris.
Oh, you and Chris should not be allowed alone together ever again.
Fine.
Yeah, you need to have a leader. You need a better leader than that.
I'll message him on Facebook and say that we're not allowed to be alone together ever again.
You can't. No, you guys obviously don't. You don't have
I haven't seen you in 20 years, but if we ever do see each other again.
I'm surprised you haven't seen each other in 20 years since you're so easily seen when you're that's very surprising to me.
Wouldn't that be funny, though? For the last 20 years, he's been spying on me. He's like, I just had to prove that it wasn't me that was the problem. It was you.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he wins if that's the case. Yesterday, Steve, the spy, got this one right.
Billy Joel released the late 80s song titled "We Didn't Start the What?"
Telling Steve to F off, kid.
No.
Start the fire.
Yes.
Oh, nice work there, buddy.
Thank you.
There you go. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We'll play Beat Migs. We'll do that at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Hey, Seattle, we're your neighbor with the beautiful ships sailing from Pier 91, Holland America Line. We're celebrating 75 years in Alaska this summer with round-trip cruises from Seattle from only $4.99. Soak in the spectacular scenery, listen to the sound of calving glaciers, and experience the breathtaking wildlife of the Great Land. We love Alaska, and we can't wait to share it with you. Restrictions apply. Fares are per person based on double occupancy. Call your travel advisor or visit hollandamerica.com.
For tank and tankless hot water heaters, for clogged drains, for leaky faucets, for toilets that won't flush. Stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is your trusted source to solve all your plumbing needs. 1-800-FREAKIN' or beaconplumbing.net.